Hey everybody, it's Nate here with Goalie. If you don't already know us, our mission is to build tech tools for families with neurodiverse children. A lot of our families depend on Medicaid waivers to get the help and services that they need. This video is part of a series where we research these programs state by state and explain them to you jargon-free. Our goal is to help families like yours navigate this difficult process and get the help and coverage that you need.
And Secretariat wins the Kentucky Derby.
Hey everybody, it is Nate here with Goalie. Welcome to our state-by-state Medicaid waiver guide series where we talk about the Medicaid waiver process in all 50 states. That was just my impression of being a jockey on a horse. I know it wasn't great, but we had this much camera space, so it's the best I can do for you. Anyways, we're going to be talking about the state of Kentucky in today's video. So without further ado, let's gallop right to it. First of all, where am I right now? I'm currently on Goalie's forum page. To get here, you're going to type in forum.goalie.co. Once you do, you'll see a forum page that looks just like this. On it, we talk about all kinds of helpful things. There's a place for you to introduce yourself, to have some tech support for goalies, talk about some success stories that you've experienced or want to read about, and the section that I referenced earlier, we're talking about government waivers today, and specifically government waivers in the state of Kentucky. All right, let's get right into it. So, there are two main waivers that we're going to focus on today. However, Kentucky does offer a bunch of different waivers. If you want to see the full list of them, you can click on this hyperlink provided right here on our forum post. The reason we focused on these two waivers is because they're typically the waivers that are best suited for goalie families. So either children that have autism or ADHD, these are the two waivers that are best for families to apply for, which is why we decided to focus on them. However, that being said, feel free to check out all the waivers right here. All right, so the first waiver we're talking about is the Michelle P. waiver, also known as the MPW. Who can apply for this waiver? So any child or adult of any age who is diagnosed with either an intellectual or developmental disability, which does include a diagnosis of autism, can apply for this waiver. Kentucky requires that individuals need and meet an intermediate level of care to qualify. What this essentially means is that individuals require some general supervision and guidance to get through their everyday activities, but don't typically need a nurse by their side at all times. Don't need to be strapped to heavy medical equipment. This is typically the level of care that most goalie families find themselves under and fall under, which is why we're focusing on these kind of waivers for these videos. All right, what are the income requirements? So you're required to currently have or at least be eligible for Medicaid to be on this waiver. Most states do typically disregard family income and only consider child income, not parental income. This is not one of those waivers. You can find out more information about the qualifications and applying for Medicaid right here, but that is a prerequisite for getting on this waiver. All right, so now we're going to talk about the second waiver because a lot of the services covered are very similar. So we're kind of merging these two waivers, and we're going to move on to the support for community living waiver. So who can apply? Again, like I said earlier, it's the exact same eligibility requirements. A lot of these waivers are pretty similar. So what services do I get with both of these waivers? So the full list of services are available that are available through these waivers are right here. Feel free to check to click on our forum post and read them all individually. But this is the full list of services that is provided with both of these waivers. All right, so how do you actually apply for them? So the first thing you're going to want to do is you want to contact the Department for Medical Services at 844-784-5614. You're going to want to do that before applying. They're going to talk through the process, get some general information, and help you along the way. Once you do, you can apply online through this link right here. Or if you want, you can apply actually in person at an area agency on aging, the AAA, or a community mental health center. And to do that, you're going to click on one of these hyperlinks and see the closest one to you and go in there and apply in person. So now, what does the goalie team think of Kentucky waivers? So not great. I mean, you have to wait 5 years to get services in Kentucky. That's atrocious. No parent should have to wait that long to get the services that they need for their child. Kentucky has a fantastic, well-organized website with tons of links, tons of helpful resources, but that's about it. They need to add way more spots to their waivers. It seems like every time they make positive changes, they're only incremental, as they only add around 200 spots every few years. This is lacking. Anytime you have a 5-year wait list, you're severely letting down your people of your state, and this is unacceptable. And This is why no matter how great the website is, no matter how great the coverage is, all that kind of stuff, if people can't get on this waiver, it's not as helpful. There needs to be more funding for this waiver, and people need to prioritize it more than they currently are. So with that being said, let's go into our goalie waiver scorecard. So like I said earlier, the website, great, easy to navigate, fantastic, organized, beautiful, blah, blah, yada, yada, yada. We give that a 4 out of 5, great website. In terms of access and requirements of qualification, we give that a 1 out of 5, and 1 is kind of generous. Not only do they not waive income, which a lot of waivers typically do, they waive income completely and just focus on the applicant or the child's income. This waiver does not do that, but additionally, there's a 5-year wait. I'm shocked that we decided to give this a 1. It is a very, very low 1. Very low. Terrible in terms of access and requirements of qualification. In terms of healthcare coverage, we decided to give that a 3 out of 5. There is a good amount of services covered, as you saw if you scroll up right here. But again, it's unclear what services are provided from each waiver, and so that's something that you should contact your Department for Medical Services at and talk a little bit more about what coverage is provided with each individual waiver. So we do hope that you found this video helpful, but note there's a lot of other helpful resources out there, such as, and we decided to provide some links for some of those right here. The list of local parent support groups in Kentucky is huge. It's a really great list. It's compiled well, and it's good to talk to people who are there to support you and walk you through this difficult process. Same goes for these other 2 links. They're also great resources. Check them out, please. There's also phone numbers that we decided to add just in case you want to talk over the phone. And if you want to talk to the MH/IDD Community Service Branch, they can kind of help you with questions about the waiver process in general. You should definitely talk to them, and their number is provided right here. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope that you found it helpful, and good luck navigating this process in the state of Kentucky.
If you've gone through this process yourself and can add any color to our research, please share your experience in our forum. Your help would be greatly appreciated by families who are new to this. If you're just getting started yourself, don't worry. We're here to help. If you have any questions, ask them in our forum and we'll do our best we can to support you. And lastly, if you found this video helpful, let us know. Drop a like or leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you.